In this video, we're looking at how to produce reports in Navigate. So we're starting from the Navigate homepage, go to Reports, and on the Reports page we see a list of reports that are currently available in the system. Now this list we are gradually building as time goes on. We'll add more and more into here. You can see we've got various reports. We've got the field summary there, new imports, exports, and the recommendation reports, for example. So if we want to view any of these reports, we can go to the left hand side, click on the button, and that will open up the report screen itself. So within there we can then choose which farm we are going to produce a report for. So we'll just choose our demo farm there, which year, and the year selection will just depend on what data you've set up in the system. So in this case we set up recommendations in 23, 24 and 25. So it's already set 23 for us, we'll stay with that. Now in the next section you may or may not see an additional selection there. So in this case, because it's a recommendation report, we've got a list of recommendations that are in the system. Depending on what report we are looking at, there may be a different selection, a crop selection for example, or no selection at all. In this case, recommendations, so we can pick one or more of our recommendations, and again depending on the report it may vary whether or not you're allowed to multi-select here or just choose a single item. In this case we can multi-select, but I'm just going to look at the grass silage report there. And finally we have the measurement system, so that's obviously metric or imperial. So when you're putting data into the system, you can choose whether it is being entered in metric or imperial units, depending on what the farmer is giving you. But then obviously you can also choose at the reporting stage, what format is used for the report. So we'll stay with metric for the moment. Once we're happy, you can click Review Report, and it opens up our report itself. So all these reports, they have a cover page. So on that cover page, obviously you've got some details of what the report is, who's producing it, and over on the right hand side there you've got your company logo. On the left hand side there we've got our logo, that's fixed, but your company logo, if you need to change that or if it's not appearing there, that is set up over under your profile. So over in the top right hand corner there, just drop down your profile, and obviously that's got the details of yourself and the details that will appear on each report as to who you are and your contact details and so on. It's also got the organisation logo, so we're going to change that. We can go in here, press edit, and either drop a file in, or in this case we'll browse, pull out a different logo and upload that. And that is what will now appear on our reports. So we can just drop back to our report page there. Now before I go back into that report, just a feature at the top of that, as you may have noticed, you've got the farm drop down and year drop down and measurement system drop down. So obviously when you're producing a set of reports, you'll often be producing them for a single farm or for a single year. So rather than having to specify that in each and every report you open up, if we just specify it here, it'll just drop those values in for us when we open the report, which means we don't have to just keep reselecting all the time. It's just there filled out for us, and in some cases where that's all you need to specify, then the report will just be ready to open without you having to select anything else. Here we just go back to our recommendation, and there we can see our logo. We may want to go back and revisit that because it's come out a little small, but obviously we can just edit our image down to crop it a bit more. It'll appear at a slightly better size there. Second page of the report, now we've got the field information. Third page, some information about the components of that, the manure and so on. Just change that to imperial, and then we see obviously all the units change. We're now in tons per acre, gallons per acre and bags per acre, depending on what we're looking at there. Once we're happy with that report, we can of course just go and print that out. So we can click on print, it'll open up a print dialog, and then obviously it's in the hand of your printer to print that out. Alternatively, we may wish to just export that. So you've got all the various options there for how you can export that. So PDF, obviously one of the key ones, so if you click on PDF, it'll download that as a PDF file, go into your PDF viewer, and there you are. It's ready to be used however you want. If you want to email it to your customer, there you are, it's all ready to go. Alternatively, you've got the other options there. So, for example, the Word, very similar. I mean, the main advantage to downloading in Word is it's a lot easier to edit. Yes, of course, you can edit PDF files with a PDF editor, but Word's generally a lot more straightforward to work with, and it also means it's much more straightforward to then integrate this into your own documents if that's what you want to do. You've got various other options there if you really want to get sort of mess around with data. You've got XML there, but your main option actually for sort of practical use of data is probably going to be Excel. So if we click on that, again, it will do the same thing. Downloads an Excel file, opens that up, and there on sheet 1 we've got the header, and on sheet 2 we've got the actual data. And back to Navigate again. So there we are. That is opening reports in Navigate.